Advent comes from the Latin word adventus, which means to appear or to arrive. That's why Advent is our preparation for Christmas. But more than preparing for Christmas, it's really about preparing for the coming, for the arrival of Christ. And in Christmas, we celebrate his first coming when he um, when in the when he incarnated and he became man, one with us, Emmanuel. And Advent, we also learn is um, preparing for the second coming. It's not just about preparing for Christmas, but also the final Christmas wherein God, Jesus returns and reigns and brings us into his kingdom face to face in heaven. So there's the first coming, then there's the second coming. But in between those is a third coming, which we also need to celebrate. That is the coming in our life right now. Jesus comes to our lives to touch us, to heal us. When we were baptized and when we were confirmed, uh, we strengthen that relationship with Jesus. And that is something that we should prepare for this Advent. That's why Advent is a penitential time when we empty ourselves and we let Jesus in. But we also uh, remember that in our lifetime, one might say, gee, Vault, that's a spiritual coming. The first coming is, uh, Jesus himself showed himself to the apostles. The second coming, he will come from heaven and show himself face to face with us. You cannot compare the third one in all of those coming. But you see, when you go to Mass, when you go to the Eucharist in adoration, you come face to face with Jesus. For in the Eucharist, it is not bread that our eyes of faith see, but Jesus himself. Do you want to see Jesus just as the apostles did? Go to Mass. Go to the adoration chapel where the Eucharist is exposed. And in the Eucharist, see Jesus. This Advent, I pray that you will encounter Jesus in your life, not only spiritually, but also physically in the Eucharist. Uh, Father Mike recently released his homily, actually, last Sunday. He challenged people to spend at least 30 minutes of their time in the Eucharist every day for the next 29 days. And I offer the same challenge of Father Mike Schmitz to you. The first coming, we might say we were not directly involved. The second coming, we might say it is yet to come. But the third coming in between, the coming in our lives, that is as real as those first and second coming. In fact, you can say the third coming is more important because that involves you. This Advent, I pray that you continue to build that relationship with Jesus, inviting him and welcoming him, and more importantly, spending real time with him in the Eucharist.